every step of the way.
Kind of hard to leave the old place.
This hurts.
We've been here 18 years.
We went from middle class to... The hardest thing, I think, was when we went for food stamps.
With declining health and trapped under a mountain of medical bills,
The medications alone eat us alive.
Rich and Iris Blessinger were given a foreclosure notice in July, losing their home, they say, only to have salt poured in that wound by the city of Portland.
If they're not living in the home or using any water or any sewer coming from the actual house, why are they still being charged?
Well, the stormwater charge is based on impervious area. We do our rates once a year.
You heard that right.
They're not living in the home or using any water.
Being billed for water and sewer service at a home they don't even live in.
Still more boxes and furniture that needs to be moved.
Despite moving out shortly after receiving that foreclosure notice, now more than 6 months later, they are still receiving that bill.
Just one more slap in the face.
After hearing from the Blessingers, we wanted an explanation. After all, they're far from the only family in this city suffering through foreclosure.
We just have a responsibility for all the ratepayers in the city of Portland, and a lot of times we can't address the needs of one ratepayer, and sometimes it seems unfair.
We went to the city and found out even if no water is being used,
That's the most water that's been run through here in a month.
a Portland homeowner is billed for stormwater charges, in this case, $48.40 every 3 months. The city says it covers the cost of rainwater draining off the property.
This is ridiculous.
Property owners must also pay a water base charge of about $30 every quarter. The city says that money covers employee salaries, billing, and the cost of processing bills. Again, even if no water is being used.
So they're going to keep sending me bills on this water I'm not using.
It all adds up to about $320 a year. A lot of money for a couple obviously already having trouble paying their bills.
We're not using their water. I don't want to pay them for something we're not using.
Here's the problem. Despite receiving that foreclosure notice, the bank still hasn't taken possession of the home, so the Blessingers are still on the hook. We dug up the city code, and it turns out this rule can affect any family who leaves a home for any reason. It says right here, the ratepayer responsible is the party in possession or control of the property, even if they're not using any water inside the home.
They were trying to do the right thing. Is there any room for flexibility in a situation like this?
If they can produce a letter from the lending company that says you are supposed to move out as of a certain date, we may be able to use that to move the charges over to the company.
So we went to Wells Fargo, who holds the loan.
Why does it take the bank so long to actually take possession of that home?
Well, foreclosure is a pretty complicated process.
We found state law has a lot to do with the speed of a foreclosure, slowing down the process in an effort to help people who want to fight and try and stay in their homes.
Why can't an exception be made for a family like this?
Well, Wells Fargo's not the only entity involved in the foreclosure process. There's also the court system, there's also the county sheriffs, and so they all have to work together.
In other words, every step of the way here, agencies are passing the buck. The city says, well, we could stop billing a family if the bank would foreclose faster. The bank says, we can't foreclose faster unless lawmakers change the rules. All the while, a family like the Blessingers are stuck in a system draining more money out of their pockets.
A system this foreclosure assistance group says could stand to change.
But definitely there should be policies in place for situations when someone's not in their home, not being able to, the reason they're out of their home is because they're not able to make that mortgage payment, that there would be some flexibility there on behalf of any third party.
We're pretty much lost, trying to get by day to day.
In a system,
Gonna miss it. The neighborhood's really a great place to live.
making a bad situation
And that's it for that.
worse.